She went to her 6-week appointment and found out she was 5 weeks pregnant.
Dude, how's that possible?
She literally got pregnant
In the hospital?
hospitals.
That man respects her.
Like,
not even a
one,
little.
it's like,
I feel bad for her because there's no way that she wanted to do
there's
that.
no way.
There's
Like,
no way. I'm sorry, but there's just no way. Sir, give her a minute. It takes so long to start really feeling like yourself.
What do I need to know as a dad? This
This
is
is
a
actually a
great
really
question.
good one.
This is a great
Yeah.
question.
The misinformation that is out there about breastfeeding is crazy.
Mm.
The only reason you're not making enough for your baby is because you're not putting your baby to the boob when they're hungry. My milk didn't come in like right after the baby's born. It's not going to. If you supplement with formula, you will not have the supply for your baby because you're giving up a feeding with your baby by giving them formula.
Welcome back to Waddling After Dark, where the questions are unhinged, the answers are honest, and the husbands probably should have Googled first.
Definitely.
Tonight's episode are 10 questions husband asked us instead of their OB. And honestly,
we're not
okay.
Before we start, follow and subscribe to the Waddling Truth because clearly y'all needed supervision. And number 2, share with your husband, especially if you ask something seriously questionable this week.
Yes, and there's 10 of you that have asked these questions. So let's get into the chaos. After a hysterectomy, is it just a big open cave in there?
Cave?
A cave? No.
A cave? What? It's like a cave now, currently.
With cobwebs.
Yeah, just empty and sad and cold.
I'm all alone.
There's nobody here beside me. Oh, y'all are crazy. Okay? No, the body is not just we're empty now. The top of the vagina is surgically closed, which is like technically the cervix. It's called I'm going to let you explain that. You can do this one. Let me let you go.
It's called a vaginal cuff. Everything is still intact and supported, and nothing is just open for business like an abandoned warehouse.
Awfully concerning, though. Honestly, I feel like I needed to know this question.
Isn't that what they're called in prison? Like little purses? Not the uterus, but I'm just saying, like...
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Just
Translation,
kidding.
It's not a haunted tunnel. Relax. Also, what a weird question to ask, like, while getting an ultrasound on your baby.
I mean, I did say the most unhinged, the better, so...
That's fair.
Starting off strong.
Okay,
Woo!
well, we're sorry for, making the comment.
So, side note, very random, but on topic. Have you ever gone to like a cadaver lab or an autopsy or anything?
No. Alicia?
When I was in paramedic school,
she knows.
Actually, when I was in
EMT
EMT school, we went to, my favorite thing is going to cadaver labs. And there's a cadaver lab in Blue Bonnet, actually. And we got to see this woman before, like her body was donated for science, and it was like there for like 40 years. And now it's like, it was returned back to her family.
What?
And yeah, like I'm donating my body to science. Like that is like what I want to do. But we got to examine her whole body, and we got to see how she had a hysterectomy done. And in those old days, like the way that they would stitch it, and it was just pretty cool because like the human body fascinates me. For if anybody doesn't know, my goal is to become a medical examiner. So
she's gonna leave me.
So
no, she's not.
There's one of us leaving, but it's not me.
I'm not leaving. Oh my God. If I was quitting, that'd be leaving. Okay, that doesn't count.
But I was just saying, like, the stitch is pretty cool. And also, because a lot of people ask, like, if you get a hysterectomy, does it put you into early menopause? I will say no. My mom had a hysterectomy, and as long as you keep the ovaries there, you don't go into it. So honestly, it's something I've been considering because I'm done having babies and I'm tired of having a period. So I would love to get a hysterectomy done.
I really wanted to get one too, but they did tell me, the OBGYN told me, because that's what I wanted to do. I had my tubes taken out, like completely from ovary to my uterus. It's called a bilateral salpingectomy, I think is like the term. And anyways, I wanted just the whole uterus to be either taken out or to do like an ablation, so that way I'd like not have periods for a while. I wanted that with the bilateral because even just an ablation isn't, which is where they burn your insides. Anyways, it doesn't like stop it forever and you can still get pregnant. But anyways, I wanted to get it all done, but they told me I was too young and it could trigger it. And so I was like, well, I'll wait. But I freaking hate having my periods.
You know what bothers me? And this is off topic too. That I don't know if it's only here in Texas, but did you know that for a lot of women to get their tube size or a hysterectomy, a lot of them have to get their husband's permission?
No, I didn't. I have heard that, but I
Yeah.
never had. Well, I also had 5 kids, so.
Well, you have to be, if you're under a certain age, they won't do it. If you only have like 1 or 2 kids, they won't do it. And then like something else. But like I do know that like a lot of people that I talk to that will get a hysterectomy done, they're like, well, did you talk to about it with your husband? I'm like,
What does that have to do with it?
what does that have to? So it was just funny.
Anyways,
number 2.
Alicia's like, is it risky getting pregnant 3 weeks postpartum? Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Long answer? Yeah. It's
Short
really
answer?
bad.
Yes.
Yes. Like, seriously, like, your body needs to rest. I understand you want to feel normal. I get it. I personally have done it 5 times, like 5 kids. I've not gotten
Before 3
pregnant
weeks?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm saying like I've been postpartum. In those first 6 weeks, it does feel like, okay, like you do feel kind of normal. It's very important that you either wait until you go to your midwife, that, you know, if you think that you're done bleeding or whatever and you think everything's healed, you at least they can like look, you know. It's just not a good idea.
Have you heard the story about the mom? She was on TikTok. She went to her 6-week appointment and found out she was 5 weeks pregnant.
Dude, how's that possible?
She literally got pregnant
In the hospital?
Isn't that
Girl,
crazy?
give yourself time, dude.
That's
That man respects her,
Like,
not even a
one,
little.
it's like with the way that they walk in and out of there, but 2, like that you can have an infection.
I know, like, just like the bleeding and like the pure, oh my God, it hurt. Everything hurts. Like, I feel bad for her because there's no way that she wanted to do that.
There's no way.
There's
Like,
no way. I'm sorry, but there's just no way. So doctors usually recommend waiting at least 6 weeks to have sex. But as far as getting pregnant, it is best to wait 6 to like 12 months, but really they want you to wait until after like you have the baby. They usually say like 9 months in, 9 months out. Really the longer the better. Personally, I've gotten pregnant at 7 months postpartum, and
mine was usually after I stopped breastfeeding.
But if you get pregnant under 6 months, I think it is a high risk pregnancy immediately because it's just your body's seriously healing. And like when I tell you that your hormones are not like they cycle so much. We're actually going to have an episode about the first year postpartum after this episode. And like, I just want you to know it takes so long to start really feeling like yourself. It's like literally each month you make like progress, you make progress. And it's like, you really need to give your body time.
You're also very fertile in those first 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, you're very, very fertile.
Yeah. I just wouldn't risk it. The infection part of it would scare me to bits because you literally have a whole human that you're like responsible for too. Sir, give her a minute.
Yeah.
She just fought a boss battle. Number 3, your odds, I'm evens.
Okay. I'll be the odd one.
She's odd today.
Breastfeeding versus...
I'm usually odd. No, you go ahead. Sorry.
She's not odd. Breastfeeding versus formula. What do I need to know as a dad? This
is
is a
actually
great
a really
question.
good one.
This is
Yeah.
a great question.
Good for you.
Honestly, I'm always going to say fed is best. Do what you need for your baby. Breastfeeding has benefits for babies. It gives antibodies and nutrition. Personally, I always try to make it at least, what I will always tell everybody, if you can at least do the colostrum, that's great. If you cannot, after, like, do what you can. But
so something you should know, I feel like, so I think it's a good idea to take a breastfeeding class because the misinformation that is out there about breastfeeding is crazy. So it is so rare for you to not be making enough for your baby. The only reason you're not making enough for your baby is because you're not putting your baby to the boob when they're hungry. I know it feels like they're constantly on there sometimes. It literally is a day. So there'll be days where it feels like your baby's feeding all day, every day. And that is by design. That is to get your milk supply up, to up your demand, because right now it's making this amount. And so your baby, they automatically know that they're going to need more. So they cluster feed for like a day or two. And then after that, you'll notice that your supply goes up. Also, I hear a lot of women saying, my milk didn't come in like right after the baby's born. It's not going to. It's going to take
a week.
it can take up to a week. And so it's like the amount of people that are like misinformed about it is insane. If you supplement with formula, you will not have the supply for your baby because you're giving up a feeding with your baby by giving them formula. They're not going to signal to your body that your body needs more milk. So it's important to reassure her that she's doing an incredible job, get her snacks, keep her hydrated. All those things are very important jobs for dads to do. Keep her hydrated, give her lots and lots of support, tell her she's doing an incredible job. And if she decides that she's done at 2 weeks postpartum, she's just like, I can't freaking do this. That's also your job to support her, not tell her, why don't you keep going? This, that, whatever. Shame her into, telling her that breastfeeding is best. Breastfeeding is technically best. I think also fed is best, and mom's mental health has a lot to do with this as well. I personally suffer mentally when I'm breastfeeding, so I feel this. But technically, breastfeeding is best. It is what is made for your baby specifically by design. There's nothing else that can mimic the nutrition of it, and there's no shame in not doing it either.
And she also knows that there's other factors, like when if
Yes.
moms go back to work, it's hard. Sometimes
If your baby's in the NICU,
yeah, if your baby's in the NICU,
there's just so many factors,
if
and
you
some people just don't
yeah,
feel
and
like
a lot of moms, honestly, a lot of moms don't get to pump at work the
Yeah.
way that they're told they could do.
Yeah.
Because if you're short on staff,
Yeah.
like when I was working on the paramedic, you think I
Mhm.
had time to go pump? Like they were like, okay, put it in your thing. You're still going on a call.
Yeah.
And with Rosie, I
Yeah.
was bullied into, I was bullied in the hospital into giving her formula because her blood sugar was so low that they told me that if I didn't get her blood sugar up, that they were going to put her in the NICU. And so I panicked and we gave her formula. Then she wouldn't take any. So I never really got to give her. So we do understand that there's factors. Yes, we would always encourage breastfeeding because I think one,
Yes.
it's something that everybody should do because you're not
At
going to,
least
you don't,
once,
you
like
don't
even
know.
in the hospital,
Yeah.
like I think everybody should give it a try. I'm not going to ever judge a mom for deciding to do what's best for them and their baby, but I do personally truly think it's beneficial to, while you're in the hospital,
Mhm.
while you're with nurses who know what they're talking about with breastfeeding or a lactation consult, I think everybody should at least try breastfeeding
Mhm.
on the breast. I know a lot of people are weirded out by it, and that's okay if you are. I'm just saying I think everybody should. That's
It's also
personal
if you don't
opinion.
have if you don't have a nurse, like those nurses are there to help you, and sometimes those nurses just really don't give a crap. And if you don't
Yeah.
have a nurse that's in there to help you, it does get overwhelming
Yeah.
because if you don't know how to get a good latch, if it hurts,
Yeah.
it is discouraging because
Yeah.
you're like, what the heck? But then
Well,
you're
and it
getting
does hurt. It does
yeah.
hurt at first, and it feels like, and then people are telling you it's not supposed to hurt. Yeah, it is. I'm so sick of people saying that. Yes, it is. You're both learning how to breastfeed. Every single baby, it's like you're both learning how to breastfeed because you're not breastfeeding the same baby over and over again. That baby doesn't know the knowledge that their siblings know. It hurts the first 2 weeks, and anybody that tells you otherwise is a
And
liar.
it's
Because
raw.
what
Yeah.
happens is you'll have a good latch one time. It'll be dark. You're trying to feed your baby. You're exhausted. You're sleep deprived. You'll put the baby on the boob, and the latch isn't there, but you're like, I'm just too tired to care. So you feed them. Then the next feeding hurts because you breastfed wrong, or whatever, vice versa. It's just it's a cycle, and even the healing takes a few times, and it's like, but you're still putting the baby on the boob, and plus day 2 or 3 of the
Engorgement.
baby's life, you get engorgement. Not only that, but you're still learning, you're sleep deprived, you're in pain, everything hurts. It is hard. And I'm not saying, that you have to keep going, but I do think it's important to try. But as far as dads,
good question to ask.
yes, it is a very good question. I mean, we're 15 minutes in now. I don't want you to say to the mom, this is natural. Isn't this supposed to be easy, come to you naturally? No, sir. No, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I felt really passionate about that question. Okay, number 4. If she stands on her head after sex, does it help us get pregnant? Unless she's training for Cirque du Soleil, no. Sperm is already on a mission. It's already got, you and sperm, on the same wavelength. You guys are both, you have the same goal. So they do not need her doing Olympic level stuff. I will say, I have my mother-in-law tell me the opposite though. She'll tell me that when she wanted to have boys, she put her legs up. And then with her daughter, which was her 5th, that she didn't do that. And I'm telling you, I've done all the things. Nope. So
I was
no.
told something different on how to make boys and girls. I was told that if the women that work hard get boys, the women that are lazy get girls.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not lazy, trust me. I'm not lazy. I wish that was true.
Oh gosh.
But, yeah. Anyways, no. Laying down for a few minutes, sure, that could help. Like, just because you're like gravity, right? Like, more options stay put. Sorry to get graphic, but when you stand up, gravity. Anyways, full upside down headstands, I don't think is absolutely necessary. And I feel like most people don't talk about this. So there you go.
There you go. We'll have to do an episode on that too, because like there's things that you should not, that they actually go, like, the pre-seed stuff. They say that's actually bad for fertility
Oh, I believe
because
that.
it makes it slippery.
It gets them all drunk.
Number 5, is there any way to avoid pooping during birth? Nope.
Absolutely not.
Listen and listen carefully. It is normal. It means she's pushing correctly. No one cares except the one husband who asked this question.
Well, I mean, I never pooped, so I don't know what that's like. So I'm just kidding. No, seriously, think of it as like a tube of toothpaste, okay? And a bowling ball rolling over that. That's literally the intestines when a baby's head is pushing its way out of the vagina, okay? Everything that's even urine, everything is being squeezed out. There's just no room for it to go.
And honestly, like, you're not the only dad to ask this question because that's all, honestly, moms ask this question. Like,
we all freak out about it, but it's like so normal.
But honestly, I will say, like, my husband's told me many times, like, the only thing that you're paying attention to is the head coming out because you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And most of the time, that nursing staff is so good that they will wipe that away and you'll never even know about it. Like, because they put you on these pads and it's usually layered. And I know every one of them told me that they are, like, even when I was on my labor and delivery clinicals, I watched them like literally like throw it, like you don't even know, like they just move so fast.
They do. They move really quick.
And it's normal. It's going to happen.
So normal. Like I said, like there's just nowhere for it to go.
Be happy because you won't be able to poop for a few days after that.
Yeah, because everything got squeezed out, okay?
Yeah.
Fine.
Be happy that she got to clear that out.
Honestly, you won't care about it. And if you do, grow the heck up, okay? Like, seriously, grow up.
Yeah.
All right.
There's worse things to stress about.
Seriously. Number 6, why is my wife so mean to me?
Because you asked this question.
Yeah. She's asking stupid questions. No, okay, it's not stupid. Okay, actually, a lot of these are really, like, very interesting. So good job, dads. Why is my wife so mean to me? She used to be obsessed with me. Ah, yes, the classics. Okay, she's not mean. Hold on.
Let's say it.
She's exhausted, hormonal, growing or recovering from a human. Honestly, she's probably she's overstimulated. And she's also in this massive identity shift that a lot of dads don't understand that they're going through. My husband, it took him like probably 3 kids to really realize. I mean, it took me 3 kids to realize that's what was happening, because in my mind, I couldn't come up with the words to really explain what I was going through. But that's what it is. It's an identity shift. And you need to be there for her and be her rock. And relationships are a lot of, my cup is full, hers is empty. I'm going to pour into hers. Even if your glass isn't fully full, it's important to pour into each other's glasses, because it's very hard having a baby. It's very hard recovering from a baby. Okay, so be as supportive as you can and as patient as you can, because she's exhausted and tired.
And think about it. The reason why we tend to take it out on the people that are closest to us, and the people that we can be vulnerable with. So
I mean, she likes you.
Yeah, I mean, she like just like,
have you ever heard the stereotype, like, if a boy's mean to you, it's he likes you? Same. It's the same
thing. If a
thing.
Pregnant girl's like mean to you, it's because she loves you.
Yeah,
like,
it's because she likes you a lot.
So she doesn't hate you.
If you're enjoying this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, because it helps others find us. It's important, especially for Spotify and Apple, if you leave a comment and you follow us, because that helps other pregnant mamas find us as well.
Yes. Also, if you could follow us on Facebook, we are on a mission to try to hit 10K.
Let's
so
get
if
to
you
10K.
could help us, we would greatly like it.
Seriously, please. We'll ask, we'll be nice, and I'll do what my daughters do.
Please. Oh my God,
Please.
Rosie has started doing that.
Jocelyn and Peyton, they're like, am I cute? I'm like, yeah, all the time. All the time.
Number 7. I read her prenatal vitamins say, ask your doctor if pregnant. Has she?
They say that on all the vitamins.
Yes. The warning label is there because it's legal labeling, not because pregnant women are accidentally taking prenatal vitamins and shocking the system.
Yeah.
Actually, from what I've read, you should take prenatals if you're trying to conceive. You're supposed to take them while you're pregnant. You're supposed to take them after pregnancy too.
Honestly, my hair was the best it's ever been with prenatals. Once I get established in our new home, my plan is to start taking prenatals again because I felt the best ever. Well, not ever, because I was postpartum, but I did, because I obviously was pregnant for 3 years straight.
Don't worry.
Anyways.
Prenatals are literally made for pregnancy. It's like asking a fish if it should consult a doctor before it goes swimming.
Good question, though. Number 8. My wife asked if I'd... My wife asked if... I love this one. Okay, number 8. My wife asked if I'd try her breast milk. Is that weird? No. Actually, it's seriously not. And... Oh, I was going to get real graphic. If you... I mean, even, like, in intimacy, if she's breastfeeding, it's likely that, like, she's probably going to leak even during, like, sex. So, just like an FYI, that's a thing that does happen. And honestly, it'll help your immune system. So say thank you and try it.
You see those moms where she'll pour the milk in everybody's cup when they're getting sick. She's like, I'm protecting my family from getting sick. Actually, my husband tried my breast milk. My husband, when we used to feed our babies like baby food and anything, my husband always tried everything before we gave it to our kids because his thing is he doesn't want to give our kids something unless he knows what it is. Yeah. And so, yes, he did try the breast milk because he was very curious.
I think everybody's curious.
I think I've tried my breast milk. Yes, I mean, honestly, the reason why also, so this is kind of unrelatable, but like, have you ever been like around a person that was like highly diabetic and like if they go into DKA, like, so it's called ketosis, and what happens is your breast will smell like, they say, juicy fruit because you have like a high blood sugar. Well, whenever I've been around people that have high blood pressure, it reminds me of breast milk because that's what it smells like to me. And I'm like, it doesn't smell like juicy fruit, it smells like breast milk, and everybody's like, what? And I think it's because I work with men, or I used to work with men. Yeah, so like it tastes like sweet cantaloupe juice to me.
I feel like mine never tasted like that. I don't know. I can't remember. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, but I can't remember. Mom brain. Anyways, it's literally made for humans. It's okay. You're probably gonna, I mean, either you try it now or you're gonna accidentally try it later. Yeah. So
yeah, just like pretend you're wine tasting. Number 9.
Moving on.
How can I advocate for my wife without getting thrown out? Now, this is a king question. Speak respectfully, not aggressively, but don't be pushed around. If they're not listening to your wife, don't be afraid to hold your ground and stand up for her.
Yes, just don't get too aggressive, okay? You don't want to like cause an issue for her, but it is important to respectfully and
first time be respectful, the third time be an ass. Yep. Because if they're not listening to your wife and they're not helping your wife, you need to help your wife and you need to protect your baby. Nobody's going to fault you for that, but don't swing hands. Yep. You're not in the fight. Just be her backup and make sure she's heard.
Nice. Well done. I like that question. Good job, Dad. Number 10. Oh, God. Why are you giving me these unhinged questions?
Because they're all even.
They are all even. She did it on purpose. Don't let her lie to you. Number 10. If she gets stitches, does it go back to brand new? No, sir. Let's be serious, okay? No, it doesn't go back to brand new, okay? Healing happens, yes. The body is incredible. But brand new, no. It's not a factory reset, okay? Things heal, function matters, and returns. The bodies change, but bodies change, and that's normal. And maybe don't ask her while she's sitting on an ice pack. Like, she's probably going to throat punch you.
And it will be well deserved.
Literally.
Okay. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You survived the questions that made OBs everywhere reconsider their career choices.
Understandably.
And about 80% of those OBs are men. But remember, Google is free, but apparently so is asking your wife at the worst possible moment.
True. Don't forget to follow the Waddling Truth. Share with dads who need guidance or supervision.
Next episode will be part 2 of questions 10 through 20 of what not to say to your pregnant wife unless you enjoy sleeping on the couch.
Or outside.
Yes.
Like a dog.
Yes.
Keep the questions coming, dads. Also, if you want to leave some questions in the comments, we would love that. Thank you.
Yes.
Love it.